Hey everyone, this is Ashish from Developer Hut and welcome to the next topic of Go for Beginner series, which is arrays. So arrays are basically used to store the multiple values of the same data type in a single variable. So instead of declaring a multiple variable, we create only one variable and store multiple values in that variable. So in Go, there are two ways to declare the array. So the first is with the var keyword and another is with the colon equal to sign. So let's see how to create the arrays with the var keyword. So syntax is very simple. So how to create array? So first is of course with the var keyword, right? Then array variable name, okay? Then equal to, in the square bracket you will mention the length of the array elements, okay? Then you define the data type, okay, and then you define the values, okay, the braces. So this is one way of doing it. Now another is we will use the var keyword again, then array name, right? And then here instead of giving a length you will add a 3 dot, okay, then data type and then values, okay. So these are the two ways where we can declare the arrays in the Go, okay. So now the difference between two is here length is already defined, however here length is inferred from the values, okay. So now let's try to create the variable. So now let's create one array. So I will say var array of 1, right? Then I will say I will create an array of 3 length, then which is of int type, and I will add 1 comma 2 comma 3, okay. Let's print this. So fmt dot println, okay, and I will say array 1, okay. So this is how we can create an array with predefined length, okay. Now let's create another array. So I will say var array, let's say 2 is equal to 3 dot, okay. I will still create int array again, and I will say 4 comma 5 comma 6 comma 7, okay, and let's print it. I will say fmt dot println, okay, and I will say array 2, okay. Now let's save this and let's try to run this program and see the output. So I will say go run and array. So here you can see the result, right? So we have created two different arrays. So here we have predefined length array and another array whose length is inferred from the values. So now next is we will create the array with the colon equal to sign. So the syntax is, so we will directly create the array variable name, okay, then colon equal to sign, then the syntax is same. So first we will give the length, then the data type, and then the values, okay. So this is the one way, and another is array name or the variable name, and then 3 dot, and then data type and the values, okay. So this is how we create the array. Now let's try to create actual variables. So I will say var array 3 colon, sorry, it's not var, colon equal to, and I will say 2 length array which is of int, okay, and I will say 11 comma 22, okay. Let's print it. Empty dot println, and I will say array of 3, okay. And let's create one more variable. So array of 4 array of 4 colon equal to the length which is derived from the values, and again int, and here I will say 33 comma 44 comma 55. Okay, let's print it. fmt dot println of array of 4. Okay, let's save it and run it. So here you can see we created the array with colon equal to sign. Now let's see how we can access the elements of the array. Let's say if I have a very simple array which is of type string. So I have the array. So whenever you want to access the element of array, you can simply use the index number, and the array index number always starts with a 0. Okay, so let's try to access some elements. So I will say fmt dot println, and I will say cars of, let's say if I want to access the first element, let's access this element car2 and the last element. So I will say car1. Okay, and then fm, I will copy this and I will say the 3. Okay, so this is the 0 index, this is the 1, this is the second, and this is the third element. Let's try to run this. So you see we access the elements of the array using the index. Now let's say if you want to change the element of the array, then again we can do this with the same index number. So let's say if I say cars of, I want to change the second element again, which is of 1, and then I will say car, let's say 22. Okay, and I will just simply print this. Okay, let's try to run this, and you can see the element is now changed. Okay, so this is how you can change the element of the array. Now this is how we declare the array. Now there are multiple ways to initialize the array. So you can initialize the array in 3 different ways. So first is you don't initialize it with any values. Okay, you can partially initialize the array or you can fully initialize the array. We already saw the how to initialize the array in full form, right? Now let's try to create all these 3 different arrays, right? So I will say array, I think we created till 4, so I will say array 5 colon equal to, I will just give the length of the array and I will say int and blank values. So this is basically the example of the not initialize. So we have declared the array and did not initialize any values. Okay, then array 6, we partially initialize that. Let's say the length is 4 int, and I will simply say 1 comma 2. Okay, so this is basically the partial initialization of the array. Okay, and third is array of 7 colon equal to 5, right? And I will say int and I will declare 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5. Okay, so this is basically the fully initialization. Okay, now let's print all these arrays. Now let's run this. So if you run this, you can see the array which is not initialized, the value of all the array elements is 0. Okay, also the array which is partially initialized, the remaining elements are also 0. Whenever the array is not initialized completely, all the remaining elements which are not initialized take the default value. So integer default value is always 0. Okay, so that's why the array elements are 0. Okay, so these are the methods to initialize the array in Go. So Go also provides the facility to initialize only the specific elements of the array. Okay, so let's see how we can do that. So I will create one more array. I will say array of 8, okay, colon equal to, and then let's say it is a length of 5, which is of int. Okay, however, I don't want to initialize the other element. I only want to initialize first and fourth element. So I will say first is of 10, okay, and then comma fourth, which is of 40. Okay, And let's try to print this. Now let's try to run this program and see what is the result. So here you can see the first and the fourth or last element is initialized with 10 and 40. The remaining elements are always a 0. So this is how you can initialize only specific elements of the array. Okay. Now if you want to find the length of the array, then you can simply use the length method. Find the length of the array. So I will say fmt println and I will say length. This is the method which is readily available. Okay, and I will pass the array. Okay, and then let's try to run this. So you can find it out the length of the array with the length method. Okay, so I hope you understand how to declare the array in different ways, how to initialize those, and what are the utility methods in the array. If you have any question, you can add it in the comment section below and I will try to get back to you as early as possible. Thanks for watching and I will see you on the next one.